Hey, Wednesday, May 23rd, Pauly and Teddy, Sports Bit, Betting Insight today. SBRpicks.com, big show coming up. Pivotal Game 5, Celtics return at home to take on the Cavs in Game 7. Tampa Bay hosting the Capitals. The winner goes to the Stanley Cup Finals. The loser goes home. Fourth year in a row, we've had a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Team previews, AFC North, the Bungles today. Talk about Cincinnati and the play of the day. Try to keep the winning streak going before we get out of here. Who saw that coming, huh? Well, Rockets bet down from 8.5 to 7.5, but they score 95 points and they win. In a crazy game of runs, they were down 12-0 out of the gates. And then the Warriors, at home, with a 16-game winning streak in the playoffs, scored 10 points in the final 10:45 of the game. I can't believe it. Rockets get the big win, series tied at 2.
I'll be honest, Paulie, I had a Rockets ticket in my pocket last night. And I didn't feel good early when Golden State got out to that big lead. I'm like, oh, boy, I don't want this to be a blowout. Let's not this be another 40-point job. And then after the Rockets made that huge run to take over the game in the second quarter, when Golden State flipped it right back in the third, boy, I didn't feel good going to the fourth. But Houston got it done. What do we call it? An epic defensive stand. The Rockets had 3 field goals, 3 made shots in the final 12 minutes of that ball game. The last 3 minutes was as ugly as it gets. They had that 21-4 run in the fourth quarter, and then game tight late. Brick. Didn't matter who was shooting, Paulie. Bottom line, under was the right side. Rockets ended up being the right side, and now Golden State's got to steal another one at Houston if they're going to survive in advance and move on to the finals.
They were tired. They ran out of gas. All those guys played 40 minutes. Curry got in foul trouble. Thompson left with an injury, came back. No Iguodala. And Durant started 5 of 16, and they still led by 12 in the fourth quarter, but they lose. I can't believe the Rockets won a road game where Tucker scored 4, Capella 8, Ariza 9, and Gordon was 4 of 14. So we said before the series they would get a game if Harden and Paul went off, and if they had the game where they were lights out from 3. There's 2 of the wins right now. And how about the adjusted series price? The Warriors are $250 at the Westgate here in Vegas. They're playing the 1 seed with 65 wins. It's a best of 3, and 2 of the games are on the road, and they're still $250.
Which speaks volumes about the betting market's respect for the Golden State Warriors and the fact that this has been a zigzag series so far. We've seen each team respond to a loss with a much better performance next time out. We're already seeing some Golden State money in Game 5 at Houston. So I'm not surprised at all to see the adjusted series price still with the Warriors as better than 2-1 chalk. Kevin Durant. I think going up 10 going in the fourth, it was a good opportunity for us to kind of take control, and we didn't. So I definitely wish I had that last play back. I'm going to watch film, see what my options were, and hopefully if I'm in position again, I'll be better. Draymond Green. We know we made a lot of mistakes down the stretch in that fourth quarter, so we'll be fine. I believe that the Warriors will be fine. I think the markets believe the Warriors will be fine. Houston stole one last night, just like they stole one in the first night of the NBA season. Remember, they rallied back late to beat Golden State in Golden State. I thought that win on the opening night served them well last night, but it's not going to have any impact moving forward as we look ahead to Game 5.
Durant's got to take that shot. Then Thompson has to pass it to Durant, who's open for 3 once Ariza closed out on him. And Kerr wanted the timeout. Green signaled timeout. They didn't see it. And Chris Paul, you have to miss that free throw on purpose with 0.5 seconds left. Come on. Reggie Miller, you got to make it. Shows what he knows. Is that TNT broadcasting crew's an abomination. But you have got to miss that free throw with 0.5 seconds left. And Curry actually had a good look at it before he missed. So that's wild there. So, hey. Well, at least 2 of these series are going 6. See if they go 7 as well. Game 5 coming up tomorrow night. The total 224 up to 227.5 as well. As another game stays under, not even a chance in that one if you had the over.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a wrong side. The over last night was a wrong side. I mean, that was a loser from the get-go. First time you turn on the TV when the Rockets are, bricking every shot they can in the first quarter, you're already in trouble. But the game stayed 40-something points under the total. Yeah, wrong side loser. All that money came in on the over. The books got to keep every penny.
Tough beat if he had Draymond Green prop points over 11.5. He had 8 at the half. He finished with 11. He missed a free throw under a minute, missed a wide open dunk that would have got it for you as well. That's a horrible beat if you had over 11.5 for Draymond Green. Bad bets. Arizona, Milwaukee over 8.5 up to 9 with juice. 1-0 final. Arizona's lost 12 of 13. 2 6-game losing streaks in the same month. That's horrible. Bad for the books at the South Point. Look at this. I wonder if it was Mattress Mac, the guy who's got all that money at the furniture store in Houston. $10,000 on the Rockets money line at 4-1, and someone put 50 grand on the Rockets at 10-1 to win the title before the game.
Those are both good bets, obviously. You know, the money line bet cashed, the 10-1 to win the title. You know, if Houston gets out of this series and gets into the finals, they ain't going to be 10-1 dogs against anyone, and they're not 10-1 dogs here. That's certainly a solid wager. When you talk about some of the moves from last night, how'd you like that over, Steve, for Arizona? You know, there's nothing worse than betting over. You know, you're like, oh, yeah, the market's all over it. It looks great. These starting pitchers are going to get lit up. Then it's a 1-0 final. You can't be more wrong than that.
Marlins Mets under 8 down to 7.5. 8 down to 7, excuse me. Big move there. 5-1 final. Red Sox took money with Sale, $2 up to $2.30. They win again. Kimbrel made it interesting in the ninth. They also covered the run line. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He gets out of it. Big move on the Marlins. They won 5-1. 30-cent move on the Reds with Harvey again. He's pitched well since the trade. They won 7-2. And the Cubs, they were $1.20 favorite. Went off the Indians went off $1.20 favorite after being the dog. Chatwood had nothing. 10-1 Cleveland in that one.
Yeah, and most of the MLB moves from last night worked in favor of the bettors. You talked about the Marlins and the under both taking money, right side there. Cincinnati taking heavy money, right side there. The Indians taking heavy money, right side there. Chatwood, once again, can't get the ball in the strike zone. So a number of those MLB results with the bigger line moves, wise guys got it right. Bookmakers paid the price.
How about this tweet from David Purdom, ESPN Chalk? Nevada Gaming Control has granted permission for books to take bets on the 2018 Golden Tee World Championships next month in Las Vegas at the Orleans. Imagine making a price on that, how you have to handicap the field. And imagine betting on yourself to win a video game tournament. I was great at Double Dribble and Tecmo Bowl, and who can forget NHL Hockey 94 on Sega? Imagine if you can bet on that stuff now. You can bet on the Golden World Tee Championships in a couple weeks.
Well, all this stuff's coming, you know. I mean, the betting on Madden, you know, it's out there now. It's going to get bigger. Golden Tee. Look, we've all played this game at some point in some bar. You played Golden Tee. You know, sober, drunk, doesn't matter. The bottom line is, if you can handicap it, if you have some information about some of these guys, hey. It's a new way to wager. Interesting. Maybe you can make a few bucks off it. I'm sure the limits will be low. I don't expect people to get rich betting on Golden Tee World Championships. But the fact that this type of betting is now legal and attracting attention in Vegas, worth talking about and worth noting for any of you Golden Tee experts out there. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.